morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our November 2023 OC HMS user meeting. Please enter your agency name into the chat so that we can take attendance. Our HMS team will cover the following topics: user recertification, deleting enrollments and services, some updates regarding referral and community queue fields, CS support tickets, audit overview, an update on reports, data refresh rate, LSA timeline, data quality report cards, project performance reports, holiday announcement, and we will leave some time for Q&A for topics covered in the meeting. And for any other questions regarding HMIS and HMIS functionality, we will stay online for office hours. The HMS team wanted to let the community know that the 2023 HMS Part 2 recertification is now available. Users who have read-only access are excluded from this requirement. And any user that account were created June 1st are also excluded from this requirement. Users will need to complete the Part 2 recertification task, and when you have completed that, please submit the practice client information to your agency admin. They will be submitting the form on your behalf. Users that do not complete the recertification by January 12th will have their account locked until this task is completed. Thank you, Heather, for providing the link in the chat. Michaela?
Good morning, everyone. I'll be going over deleting program enrollment. So in some cases, a client may have duplicate enrollments due to a client profile merge or a data entry error. The user will need to reach out to their agency administrator to assist with deleting the duplicate program enrollment. A few steps here. So step 1, you're going to search the client record and select the program tab, which is over to your right. Step 2, once on the program tab, scroll to the program history section. There you should see the programs the client is enrolled in. For step 3, you want to hover the mouse to the next program name of the one you wish to delete. You should see the trash can and the edit icon appear. In step 4, select the trash can icon and click OK on the pop-up window. And Elizabeth, if you can go to the next slide, please. The next slide here would be deleting services. If you do not see the trash can icon when hovering over the program enrollment, it is most likely that the services are attached to the enrollment. You would first need to delete the services. So step 1 here, you want to navigate to the history tab and hover over to the left of the service you wish to delete until the trash can icon appears and then select it. Step 2, after you click on the trash icon, you will get the following message. Over to the right, you want to go ahead and click OK and the service will be deleted. Step 3, you will proceed with deleting the program enrollments.
Thank you, Michaela. I don't see any questions, so we'll move forward. And thank you, Heather, for including that knowledge base article in the chat. This functionality is only accessible by agency admins, so please reach out to your agency admins to provide support with removing program enrollments. There are some functional updates and clarity, and we would like to share that with the community. These updates are available on the training site if you would like to test it out. These will go live on November 13th. The referral date in the past would display the default date of today. This field is now, you can now edit this field as highlighted in the orange box. You can set this date to a past or future date. Please note for future date, there will be it will have a display to let you know that it is scheduled for a certain date. And the referral itself will not be active until that scheduled date. Matchmakers also have the ability to edit the reassigned date. So there is a logic that the matchmaker would see that they cannot reassign a referral if the date is prior to the referral to the queue. So you'll see to the right-hand side the screens and the areas that you can make edits and the warning for the matchmaker when they're reassigning the date. There's also an update to the referral status. The update now allows users to set the referral date to be applied to a past or future date. You'll see that the field name is now called current status, and there's an edit icon to that status. You would need to click on that to have the other fields expand, and the status date, you're able to now also make an edit. In the past, it would be default to today, but now you can set that to a past or future date. Another update for Community Queue is that there's a date filter, so you can filter to find participants that are sent to the queue, depending on the date that you've put in. For example, users set the date to November 1st. The search result will include referrals set on the queue on or before November 1st. So this will help you kind of navigate and reduce the list of clients that you can view on the queue. Again, all these updates are available on the training site and will be active November 13th. So we do have a question. I believe this was for the referral date. An example when this would be useful. So there are times where a referral might have been denied by accident. So in that case, we would work with the agency admin and CS lead to determine if this referral needs to be recreated. And if we were to recreate that, we want to make sure that it is reflecting the history of the referral. So we would want to date it back to the original referral date and then also the original match date. In the past, when we were to make this correction, all the dates would default to today. So with this function, we are able to then make those corrections. Carmen, I hope I answer your question. If you have any other questions, please do enter that into the chat.
You did. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't see any other questions, so we'll move forward. Diana?
Good morning. I wanted to give the community some guidance regarding CS support tickets. There are times when corrections need to be made within the CS system. The CS lead has asked us if a program enrollment needs to be deleted, that you contact the Office of Care Coordination at the email address provided. For all other issues, such as linking a referral or any other issues you might have regarding CES, please send those to the HMIS help desk.
Thank you, Diana. And for agency admins, if you have any questions regarding CES, you can send them to the HMS help desk as well, and we'll help you redirect those questions as appropriate. We do have a question about the recertification. So I wanted to go back to the slide. So users, this task is available now for users to start today. They have until January 12th to complete the task. And we will include all the links and all the information in our meeting recap as well. Diana?
Okay, and as far as the 2023 HMIS agency audits, We are in sort of the last phase of audits for this year, so thank you to all the agencies that have already participated and have provided feedback. We've had a lot of great interactions with agencies and providing feedback and things that you would like to see from us. So thank you so much for that. If your agency has not been contacted for an audit yet, you will be receiving a scheduling email or ticket from us, and it does contain your agency audit form. With November and December, the upcoming holidays, it's important to confirm a date for your agency's audit when you receive a scheduling email so that we can work around your schedule and make sure that your agency has its audit before the deadline.
Thank you, Diana. I don't see any questions regarding the audit, so we'll move forward for now. Armando?
Hi, good morning, everybody. In response to a lot of tickets that we've received from the agency administrators regarding some reporting issues that have been taking place, the HMIS Help Desk would like to thank all of the HMIS participating agencies for their patience while we work with our vendor BidFocus to resolve all of these items. It was over the last couple of weeks that many users were experiencing issues with the canned and custom looker reports in Clarity. On the right side of the screen here, you can see a screenshot from the newsletter that we shared or that we sent out with everybody regarding the resolutions that we've been made aware of by BidFocus. If your agency is still experiencing a reporting issue that's not included in the HMIS Help Desk newsletter email, please feel free to send us over a ticket so that the Help Desk team can respond and provide additional support. And I apologize for the background noise. I'm nearby a construction zone.
Thank you, Armando. Again, we want to thank you all for your patience. We're working with our vendor to report issues. The focus right now is working on the HUD reports, and the rest of the reports are on schedule to be updated. But feel free, as Armando mentioned, if you're noticing any issues with reports you're using, please do submit those to the HMS Help Desk, and we will provide further assistance. Heather?
Morning, everyone. Continuing on the same line as reports, you may have experienced an issue where your Clarity report is not producing the results from data you entered 10 minutes ago. And this is because of something called the data refresh rate. The data refresh rate is the rate at which data entered into Clarity appear in Looker reports. So you notice the graphic on the right side of the screen. Not to get into too much detail, but the top box represents your new or changed data. The data is processed through something called a data analysis tool, and that's what allows you to analyze and show your data in presentable format, which is then processed into the Looker reports. 2 hours is a typical data refresh rate, but there are exceptions based on data and report factors. Data such as client location updates will not appear on reports until after a 2-hour window. Another example is client files. When you upload a file into Client Record, it's updated and refreshed at midnight. So if a file is added today, it will be recorded in your report tomorrow. This is good to remember when requesting client record requests. So when running reports and reviewing results, please keep in mind that data entered before the data refresh rate may not appear in your reports. Please refer to the data refresh rate BidFocus KB for detailed information, or feel free to submit a ticket to the HMIS Help Desk for any questions.
Thank you, Heather. And I also want to note that typically most data that's entered into HMIS will be updated within 2 hours. Something that is updated at midnight is files. So please keep in mind when, for example, when requesting the client HMS report, client HMS record report, that any file that is uploaded that day the request would need to be added the following day, as the file will not show up on the report until 24 hours. Thank you, Heather. I don't see any questions, so we'll move forward. So the LSA will be opening later this month. So we wanted to provide a brief overview of the LSA process and get the agencies prepared for the different rounds of corrections. It would officially open for upload November 13th. So the HMS team will be working on providing the correction files and warning tabs to the agencies on the 15th, and we will be working with each agencies to make those corrections and address the warnings. And from that, we would then upload again to see if there's any additional warning flags that we would need the agencies to support us in December. In December, we will provide a little bit more information and guidance on the remaining warning flags, and we will need each agency's support to review the data and any warnings flagged for the projects that are participating in HMIS. And in January 5th, the HMS team will be then preparing for the LSA submission. So we want to thank you all in advance for your support with this process. The LSA reporting period is October 1st, 2022 to September 30th, 2023. Some common LSA errors and warnings are issues with relationship to head of household, errors with start and exit date, and bed nights for emergency shelters that offer our night by night emergency shelter, and any overlapping enrollments, any errors with bed inventory, utilization, and length of stay. So we want to thank all the agencies that participated and supported with the data quality review as well as the system performance corrections this past month. All your effort will also roll over into the LSA quality review process. I don't see any questions for LSA, so we'll move forward. Linda?
Good morning, everyone. So we are currently working on the Q3 2023 data report cards, and it will be published in the next coming weeks. So I just want to thank you all for your participation and reviewing your data and making corrections. So the HMIS data report cards goes over 3 things. This is data completeness, data accuracy, and data timeliness. For data completeness, this refers to the degree to which all required data is known, valid, and documented in HMIS. A data element is considered to have a valid response when it is in accordance with HUD standards. And it is different than client doesn't know, client refused, and data not collected. Data accuracy refers to the degree to which data entered in HMIS represents real information on the clients that are being served in the project. And then also data timeliness shows the average number of days taken to enter project start, project exit, and project services provided into each HMIS for each project. And by HUD standards, you have 3 days to enter in the data into HMIS from when the data was collected. The report will have a slicer which allows agencies to review their data as a whole, and also a project level slicer that you will be able to view by project. Both the universal data elements, data completeness dashboard, and details report, as well as the timeliness dashboard and details report, will include the agency and project slicers. So we will be sending out an email notification once this has been published to the website. So please be on the lookout for that. Also, we do ask you that you review your data and please let us know if you have any questions regarding your data. You can look up all the updated HMIS report cards on the link here provided on the slide. And all this information will be included in the meeting minutes that we will be sending out after the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. I don't see any questions for the data quality report cards, so we'll move forward. Heather?
The project performance report for rapid rehousing projects will be published next Thursday, and the transitional housing draft aid will be uploaded in the Dropbox next week. Review the project performance overview, which will give you information regarding the PPRs, including thresholds for each goal and the publishing schedule. And you can see current and past PPRs on our website under the reports tab on the project performance reports link.
Thank you, Heather. And we wanted to let the community know that we won't have the data and performance meeting this month. We do apologize. We are not ready to host the meeting yet, but we do invite agency admins to submit tickets to the HMS Help Desk if you would like to review your report, project report, performance report. The HMS team is more than happy to schedule a Zoom to further review and discuss the report. And thank you, Heather. We don't have any questions about the slide. And thank you, Heather, for including the project performance overview document in the chat. So we'll move forward for now. Andrew?
Hey everyone, just a quick little announcement that the HMIS Help Desk will be closed on Thursday, November 23rd and Friday, November 24th in observance of Thanksgiving. We will be back in the office to assist you on Monday, November 27th for any tickets that were submitted during that time.
Thank you, Andrew, for sharing that. So we do have some time for Q&A. Please let us know if you have any questions for the topic discussed in the meeting. And then we will also stay on for office hours for any general HMS question and HMS functionality that wasn't discussed in the meeting. For anyone that joined us a little bit later, please do enter your name into the chat so that we can take attendance. Feel free to unmute yourself if you have a question, or feel free to add your questions to the chat. I don't see any questions coming in, so I just want to thank you all for joining us today. Our next user meeting will be December 6th. We will be sending out a meeting recap with the slide and meeting minutes of this meeting. For those who do not want to stay on for office hours, please feel free to hop off. The HMS team will stay on for office hours for any HMS questions and HMS functionality questions. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is